All right, hey there. Here we go, starting our virtual stretch class. We're going to start standing today. So legs are hip width apart, toes are facing forward. Relax your arms, shoulders down. We're just going to close our eyes. Holding it here, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Good, just relaxing the shoulders. Can even add a head roll. Let's start head rolling to the right all the way around, coming back to the left and dropping the head again. And taking deep breaths in and exhale through the mouth. Good, then when you drop the head, let's head roll to the left, opposite way. And continue with your breathing pattern. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, let's drop the head. And then let's look straight up at the sky. And drop the head. And look straight up. Good, focus is forward. Let's look to our left. And back to the center, let's look to our right. Good, back to the center and over to the left. And center, look to the right. Good, face the center. Let's reach that right arm right across the chest. Fingers reaching in the opposite direction of the shoulder. Stretching the fingers away from one another, holding it here. Taking a deep breath in. And hold it here as you exhale. Good, other arm. Taking a deep breath in. Fill the lungs as much as you can, holding it here as you exhale. Good, and let's switch that arm. Applying a small amount of pressure onto the right elbow. Press the shoulders down as your arms lift up. Good, holding it here. We're going to hold it for 8 counts, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and switch. Pressing down onto the left elbow with a small amount of pressure, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's interlace those fingers and stretch it up. Press those shoulders down as your palms reach to the sky. Hold it here and let's take a deep breath in. Good, and still hold it as you exhale. Good, reaching forward, flat back. Separate those hands, keep going, reach all the way to the back and interlace those fingers and stretch. Good, let's bend the knees and reach to the ground, dropping the head, keeping the heels down, and then very slowly, let's roll up through the spine. Good, and again, let's take both arms and reach up towards the sky, interlace those fingers and stretch. Press the shoulders down as your palms reach up. Hold it here, take a deep breath in. Good, and exhale, reaching forward. Separate the palms, reach all the way back, interlace and stretch. Good, bend the knees and reach for the ground. Roll up to the spine. Nice, let's take our feet and we're going to turn the toes out. So the right toes facing the right and the left toes are facing the left. And right arm goes up and over towards the left side of the room. We want to keep plenty of space between our elbow and our ear, having a slight bend in the arm. Looking down at the ground, we'll make sure that we're side bending and that we're not going across. And let's bend that left leg. Good, and then coming back up, stretch both. And left arm goes up and over, looking down at the right. Again, keeping a slight bend in the left arm. Looking down at the ground, and let's bend the right knee. Good, and then come back up, and we're going to do it again, up and over towards the left, looking down, and bend the left knee. Good, and coming back up, same thing, the left, up and over, and bend the right knee. Good, coming back up to the center, let's reach both arms out. We're going to bend and stretch both legs at the same time. Bend and stretch. Keeping the knees over the toes, making sure the knees aren't coming forward, they're going straight out to the sides. Good, let's do 2 more. And last one, reach the arms up. We're going to go all the way down, and we're going to go into our left lunge. Place a hand on each side of your left foot, extending the right leg back. And we're going to hold it here for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's relax that knee and rest the toes, holding for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. We're going to take our front leg and we're going to turn the knee out, having the toes facing the opposite direction of our knee. Keeping the right leg extended. And we're going to try to keep both hips forward, just like headlights on a car. We're just going to sink our hips into the mat with our right leg extended back and our left leg almost squared off to the front of us. And we're going to hold it here for 8 counts. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's relax it. Let's bend the back one. I call this my Z position, also known as mermaid. Good. We're going to keep pulling that right hip forward, just sinking the hips down into the ground. Good. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's come back. So extend the right leg back out and the left foot connected back onto the ground. We're going to come back to our left lunge. Let's twist it back and reach up. And we're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax and let's twist to the front. Reaching for the sky, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Resting back down. Good. And let's come to our triangle. So our back leg moves forward, stretching our legs very slowly. Let's roll up through the spine. Keep the shoulders and head forward for as long as you can. Good, till you can't anymore, and head is the last thing to roll up. Good, and then we just go back down, chin to the chest. Top of the head reaches towards the mat. Rolling down, reaching for the ground, and let's bend both knees. Try to keep both heels down until you have to lift the back heel off. And then press it back down as soon as you can, and start to stretch your legs before you roll back up. Good, and head is the last thing. And last one, chin to the chest, roll back down. With straight legs for as long as you can, then bend them at the last minute and lift the heel, move back out to your lunge. Good, move through your center and let's go to the right side. Place a hand on each side of your right foot. Rest that knee down and relax the toes, holding for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, let's take that front leg and rest it, square it off. Squaring off the hips, extending the left leg back, having the right toes and the right knee reaching in opposite directions. Now we'll go hold it here for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, let's take the back leg and bend it back, going into our mermaid, also known as my Z position. Good, keep reaching that left hip forward. Just sinking the hips down into the mat, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's come back up. Stretch that left leg back. Coming back up to the right lunge and let's twist it back. Good. Hold it up here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's switch hands. Twist into the front, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come back down. Let's come to our triangle. Reaching that left leg forward, stretching both legs. Start to roll up through the spine. Head is the last thing, and come back up. Good, chin to the chest and start to roll back down. Reaching for the ground with straight legs. Till you can't keep them straight anymore, bend. Lift that back heel, and then press it down so to stretch your legs before you start to roll up. Good, and head is the last thing. Good, and last one, chin to the chest, top of the head reaches down, reach for the ground with straight legs. Good. Bend, lift the heel, press it back into that right lunge. Good. And let's move through the center and let's stretch those legs. Awesome. All right, here we go. Arms up and over. And then we're going to come back up and reach to the side. Stretching the arms out one last time before we go to our seated position. Good. And up and over side bend. Right across the chest. Good. Interlace those fingers, stretch it up. Forward. Interlace those fingers behind you. Interlace and stretch. And come back up. All right, here we go. Let's sit down. Crisscross. We're going to take our right arm, reach it forward, and the left hand, reach it back. Twisting the upper torso slightly towards our left side. Good. And then we're going to take our front arm. We're going to reach towards the back, leaning into the arm that's behind us. Good. Let's hold it here for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And switch. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Coming back to the center, and let's switch sides. Left hand forward, right hand back. Good. Pressing yourself away from the ground, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Taking that front hand, reaching it back, laying it in towards the back arm, holding for 8 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming back up and over, and holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming back up and untwisting. Good. I'm going to face sideways just so you can see me. Stretching my legs out in front of me. I'm flexing my feet, squeezing the legs together. Arms are reaching forward, about shoulder width apart. Have your palms face down. Press your shoulders down, elongate through the neck and spine. Top of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Holding it here, we're going to take a deep breath in. Good. Then as we exhale, let's reach our arms out to the side. Stretch those toes. Good. And then flex the feet and reach the arms forward. And again, take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch those toes, arms out to the side, reaching back forward and flex the feet. Good. Let's double time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. We're going to leave the arms out in a T, and we're going to open up the legs to a small V. Flex the feet. Just like what we did when we were seated crisscross, we're going to twist our upper body and keeping our feet flexed. Okay, we're just going to hold it here for 8 counts. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Face back to the center. Let's twist to the opposite side. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to twist back to the left. This time we're going to take the right hand and reach for the left foot. Keeping it flexed, focus is down, leaning up and over that left leg, melting the knees down towards the mat. And we're going to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's come back up and same thing to the other side. Take your left hand this time and reach for the right foot. Still melting the knees down and keeping the right foot flexed. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Untwist and come back up. Awesome. All right, let's keep our feet flat and our knees up. We're going to lie down on our back. And we're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest with both hands. You can even take your fingers and interlace them above, let me switch up, above your right knee. And let's flex that right foot. Good, and we can even create small circles just to loosen up the hip joint. And you can even go the opposite way. And of course, add the breathing pattern. Deep breaths in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good, and let's stretch that right leg up, taking both hands and hugging behind the knee. Let's flex the foot. Good, we're gonna hold it here for 8 counts. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keeping that foot flexed, let's hug it back in towards the chest for another 8. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and extending up, keeping it flexed, tugging behind the knee, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Hug it back in, and let's switch legs. Planting the right foot down, hugging in the left knee. Good. Holding it for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretching it up, flexing the foot, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hugging back in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax it. Good. Sway your knees a little bit in the air, right and left. Can open them away from each other and close it back together. Good. Let's hug both knees back and towards the chest. Hugging with the right hand on the right knee and the left hand on the left knee. Keeping the feet together. We're going to open the knees out to the side, down, together, and then squeezing back in. Good. To the side, down, together, and back in. Good. And you can add your breathing pattern. Inhale and exhale. And then when we reverse direction, inhale to open, exhale, come up and close. Good. Taking deep breaths in, exhaling through the mouth. 2 more. Good. Last one. Awesome. Stretch your legs and flex your feet. Heels together and toes apart. Let's take both hands and let's reach for the toes. Taking deep breaths in. Really squeezing your legs together, and then exhale, relax back down. Relax your arms out to a T. And then when you take a deep breath in, you reach for those toes, drag them up your legs, squeezing those legs together, and then exhale, arms out to the side. Good. Last one. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Nice. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give a little roll right and left. Good. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And let's flip over to a prone position. Good. Let's go into our Sphinx position. So legs are about hip width apart. We're going to move up. Arms are slightly in front of you. Forearms are pressing into the mat, pressing yourself away from the ground. Stretch your fingers away from one another. So I got my high 5 hands. And you want to think that if you had an imaginary necklace on, you'd be showing the person in front of you. Good. Press your shoulders down away from your ears. Closing your eyes, top of the head reaching up. Sinking that pelvis down into the ground. Energy running through your spine and out through your heels. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's start to roll down through the chest so that the head is now hovering over the mat. Go ahead, hold it here. And then top of the head reaches behind you. Start to peel that chest back off, keeping the forearms connected to the mat. Good, so we don't want to lift all the way up. We want to keep the forearms connected to the ground. Go ahead, start to roll back down to hover the head. Good, and then come back up. Keeping the forearms connected. And then roll down. Good, and then come back up. And roll down. And then come back up. Good, last one. This time when we roll up, let's press ourselves away from the floor and stretch the forearms off. Good, we're gonna hold it here and just take a few breaths in and out. We really wanna sink the hips down into the ground and exhale through the mouth. Good, still holding, take a deep breath in, and out through the mouth. Good, and roll back down, hovering the head, and let's do it again. Press yourself away, lifting the forearms off the floor, showing that imaginary necklace, holding it here. Take a deep breath in. Good, still holding as you exhale. Good, one more, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Go and roll back down. Awesome. Point those elbows out to the side. And we're going to bend the right knee and we're going to reach for the right foot, the right hand. Stretching the quad, keeping the legs together. If you can't reach your foot, no problem. Just reach past your toes. If you can grab it, do grab a hold of it if you can, and bring the foot closer towards your glutes. I'm just gonna hold it here for 8 counts. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, and relax. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the left foot. So resting the head on the right arm, bending the left knee, reaching for the left foot with their left hand. And we're going to hold it here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Nice. All right, let's go into a side position. And what we're going to do, you're going to stack your legs, resting your head down onto your left arm, right arm slightly in front. And we're going to bend our knees, so as if we were standing, we'd be in a kneeling position. You're going to keep the feet connected, and you're going to keep pressing this top hip forward as your right knee reaches up towards the sky. Again, we're just going to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. And then we're going to pick up that right knee. We're going to hug it in towards our side. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to connect the feet back down, still keeping that knee up towards the ceiling, opening up that right hip. Now, when I say open, we don't want to rock back. Keep pressing it forward. Holding it for last 8 count. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and relax. Good. And then we're just going to do the other side. Let me flip over. So stacking your legs, resting on your right arm now, having the left arm slightly in front of the chest, bending both knees into that kneeling position. And we're going to lift the top knee up towards the sky as we take our left hip and press it forward. Good. We're going to hold it here for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Separate the feet and bring that left knee in towards your side and give it a quick little hug with the left. I'm going to hold it here for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connecting the feet back down, keeping that hip reaching up towards the ceiling and not rocking back, pressing it forward with the knee facing up, holding for our last 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Let's come to our seated position. Crisscross. And we're going to start with our right leg, and we're going to extend it out to the side, and we're going to keep it flexed. Take your right hand and reach it towards your right foot. We're going to take the left hand and reach up and over. So we want to try to drape our right side up and over the right leg, keeping plenty of space between the ear and your left elbow. Keep reaching those right toes back. And we're going to hold it here for 8 counts, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from here, we're just going to stretch those toes and reach further towards your right. Another 8, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come back up. Awesome. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left. So flex your left foot, take your left hand, reach it up and over, drape your left side up and over your left leg, looking down. Again, keeping plenty of space between your elbow, your right elbow, and your right ear. Holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch that left toe, reach even further towards your left, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Good. We're going to do one more each way. I'm just going to change it up slightly. So flex the right foot, and you're going to go up and over, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna come up, you're gonna take that left hand and try to reach on the other side of your right knee to twist the upper body. And we're gonna hold for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Good, and same thing with the left on the other side. Going reaching up and over the flex foot, melting that knee down towards the ground, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming back up, take that right hand and twist. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. And come back. I'm going to face sideways so that you can see me. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Go take the right leg and place it up and over the left. And taking the left arm, reach it over the right knee, pressing yourself away from the ground with the right arm. And keeping the extended leg with a flex foot, we're going to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And relax. Come back to the center. Let's do the same thing. Left leg up and over the right, taking your right arm and twisting to the left side. Holding it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Relax. Good. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet. And then just reach for those toes. Keep the knees down. Taking a deep breath in. And then exhale. Roll back up to the spine. Keep the feet flexed. The knees down. And again, reach for those toes. Melting your upper body over your legs. Taking a deep breath in. And then exhale, come back up. And last time, reach for those toes. Roll down. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale, roll back up. Good. And I'm going to face to twist I'm going to twist to start to face the front. Good. Hand on each leg, right hand on right knee, and right hand on right knee and left hand on left knee. Good. Let's drop the head. Let's head roll to the right, all the way around. Good. And one more head roll. Good. And let's head roll to the left. Good. Drop the head. And look up. Good. Head tilt to the right. Apply a small amount of pressure towards the right side. Good. Coming back up and other side. Good. And then stretching the right arm right across. And then draping it behind, pressing down on the elbow. And same thing with the left. And up and behind. Good. Interlace those fingers, stretch it up. Reaching forward. Good. Stay here. Interlace the fingers behind you. Stretch. Come back up. Good. And give yourself a clap. Good job today. Thanks for coming to my virtual